The very first video essay I put out is this one right here. It's called How Did Wally West Get a Yellow Suit? First off, check out that thumbnail. This thumbnail, it's not formatted correctly. Early on, I did not really care about the importance and relevance of a thumbnail. We're gonna change that today. Going back to it, this video was uploaded June 1st, 2020, and it had 202 views. We were swimming in views, living large.
Chaos Ensues is now a reaction channel.
If you like DC Comics or you're familiar with The Flash, chances are you like Wally West. I mean, who doesn't like Wally
Wow,
West?
that's a Heroes in Crisis reference. That comic was terrible, by the way.
So
So I'm seeing a lot of Young Justice clips, and I think Warner Brothers was feeling lazy that week because normally WB will crack down on use of their material pretty quickly.
Comes to visit his Aunt Iris and finds out that his hero, the Flash, is Iris's boyfriend, Barry Allen. Barry, being the good guy he is, shows Wally around. At some point, he takes Wally to his lab to show him his experiments. Suddenly, a lightning bolt strikes through.
I forgot that Wally West basically has the same origin as Barry Allen.
Flash gives him a costume and turns him into a sidekick. Responsible, I know. Kid Flash's first costume isn't the yellow one that you remember. When Kid Flash first showed up, he was just like a miniature version of the Flash. For about 25 or so issues, Wally West ran around in that red Flash costume. So where did that iconic
Listening
yellow
to this
costume
audio, I need to mention that this entire thing was done on a phone recorder, phone editor. There was no script written. A lot of the early videos I did were just off the cuff, so no script, it was just talking until there was enough to make a video essay out of.
He gets a warning that his planet is the target of an extraterrestrial war, and he bumps into this girl who appears out of nowhere and tells him, hey, this species called, like, the Macrids or something is showing up and they're going to destroy Earth. You need to stop it. So Kid Flash goes around, he looks for Barry, and when he runs into this, like, science facility, the Flash is inspecting these extraterrestrial weapons.
One thing I
Show
love
out of
about
nowhere.
these Silver Age
As
Flash
Kid Flash
comics
running
is,
towards him,
first
lightning
off,
bolt
Flash
flies
has one of
through
the best
Flash,
rogues
hits
galleries
Kid
in comics,
Flash.
but also just
Suddenly, he goes
the
from
crazy
that red
covers and
Flash
story
imitation
concepts,
costume to
and
that
this
yellow
one
and red
finally
costume.
introduces the new
The thing
costume
that
for Wally
bugs me, the
West.
thing that
The Justice League cartoon was my first introduction to the Flash, whose mantle was worn by Wally West. Wally has gone through a lot of changes since his first appearance in Flash issue 110 from 1959. So in that issue, Wally West shows up in a backup story where he visits his Aunt Iris and finds out that his hero, the Flash, is Iris's boyfriend, Barry Allen. Barry, being the upstanding guy he is, gives Wally a tour of his lab. A lightning bolt strikes through a window, hits a wall of chemicals, and Wally gets doused. Instead of taking this poor kid to the hospital, the Flash gives him a costume and turns him into a sidekick. Responsible. Kid Flash's first costume isn't the yellow one that you remember. For about 25 or so issues, Wally West ran around in that red costume. So where did that iconic yellow costume come from? The first appearance of the new costume was in The Flash 135 from March 1963. The issue is written by John Broome, drawn by Carmine Infantino. Issue 135, or Secret of the Three Superweapons, starts off with Kid Flash running around. He gets a warning that his planet is the target of an extraterrestrial war. He bumps into a girl who appears out of nowhere and tells him, hey, this species called like the Macrids or something is showing up and they're going to destroy Earth. You need to stop it. So Kid Flash goes around, he looks for Barry. When he runs into the science facility, the Flash is inspecting these extraterrestrial weapons that just showed up out of nowhere. As Kid Flash is running towards him, a lightning bolt zaps through Flash and hits Wally. Suddenly, he goes from that red Flash imitation costume to that yellow and red costume we know. The logic for this is that while Barry was inspecting these extraterrestrial weapons, he was also thinking of a redesign of the Flash's costume. So that lightning bolt that came out of his chest was kind of like a manifestation of what was going on in his head. There are some details they add to it, since Wally's a redhead and that was really distinctive. The way he would disguise himself in future issues is by like spray painting his hair brown. Clearly, they did not think that was worth keeping around. So that's it. Thought this would be a fun comic to talk about. Thanks for watching. Wits End forever. Take care. Going back and checking out some of my old stuff was pretty cool because it was just like, there was no plan for polish there. It was just talking about this thing because I enjoy it, and then you just put it out and see what happens. I'm not in my comments often, but I do genuinely appreciate people who have taken the time to check out these video essays, including the people who dislike the fact that I'm not a Secret Wars fan. 2 years of Chaos Ensues, all the usual business. If it's not on my website, it's not me. Share these essays around. Thanks for watching. Chaos Ensues.